Now in 4 News Now at 6, Washington law enforcement will soon have more flexibility when chasing suspected criminals. Why some say it'll put innocent people at risk.
We saw lots of sunshine, but also some snow today. I'll let you know if it will feel more like spring or winter on Wednesday in the First Alert forecast.
And the teens involved in a deadly police chase that left one person dead were back in court. The new charges each of them face coming up. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. And we begin with breaking news. We are just minutes away from the next round of results in this year's Super Tuesday primary elections. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Derek Dice. It's the biggest day of presidential primaries this year, with 865 delegates up for grabs across these 15 states you see in red here. Former President Donald Trump is hoping to continue building on his already commanding lead against former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Heading into tonight's primaries, Trump already had 273 pledged delegates to Haley's 43, each trying to reach a total of 1,215 delegates to win the Republican nomination. According to the Associated Press, Trump has already won Alabama, Maine, Oklahoma, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, and as my producer told me just before this show started, Massachusetts as well. Within the last few minutes, that word came down. To stay up to date with the latest results, we're streaming ABC's full Super Tuesday coverage right now on our website. To watch that, just click on our Super Tuesday story on the homepage of our website, KXLY.com. Well, what you're looking at coming up next here is video of a person being hit by a Spokane police vehicle during a police chase last summer. Here it is. That person was an innocent bystander, not involved in the pursuit. They were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's just one example that's led to the debate on when law enforcement officers are allowed to chase a suspected criminal. Last night, lawmakers in Olympia passed an initiative that would give law enforcement officers more flexibility to engage suspects. Hunter Bertram is live in the Public Safety Building with what these changes mean.
Yeah, Derek, what it means is that Washington roads could expect to see more police chases.
Over the past 3 years, law enforcement in Washington have faced a new challenge, one that stops officers from pursuing a suspect if they run in most crimes. And some believe this prevents them from doing their job and protecting the public.
And who do you call? Not Ghostbusters, you got to call the police.
April Moore is a former police officer who tells me she's been in many chases during her career. She says it's not as easy as it seems. Officers are often faced with incredibly challenging decisions.
Life and death decisions is very important. It's very hard for them to have to, decide, well, does this person go to jail?
Current policy requires law enforcement to have probable cause to pursue. That means evidence without a doubt must be collected before engaging in a chase. The Washington Coalition for Police Accountability says changing that policy will be detrimental. In a statement, the organization said, in 2021, we advocated for a statewide policy on vehicular pursuits because first, police pursuits had resulted in the violent death of innocent people such as Giovanni Joseph McDade, who had committed no crime, and second, based on the data we were collecting, deaths from pursuits were the second leading cause of police-involved fatalities, with deaths from firearms at number 1. We also spoke with Senator Mike Patton, who supported the initiative, along with nearly 500,000 Washingtonians, saying current policy is a serious risk to public safety.
Law enforcement couldn't go after the bad guys unless they almost saw a criminal act being committed in front of them. If somebody told them, hey, this guy just stole stuff from this store, they couldn't go after him.
Come June 6th, law enforcement agencies will be able to once again pursue a suspect under reasonable suspicion without evident proof a crime is committed.
Yeah, also, those opposed to the new law have concerns with its ability to allow racial discrimination. When we asked Senator Patton about this, he said that he does not believe police judge a person based on their skin color and whether to decide to pursue them in a chase. Reporting live in Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
All right, Hunter, thank you so much. Well, 3 teens involved in this police chase near Gonzaga that left one person dead were back in court today. All 3 of them pleaded not guilty to charges, including conspiracy to commit robbery. Our Marissa Rio explains the new charges these teens face.
In addition to that first-degree conspiracy to commit robbery charge, all 3 teens also face 3 counts of attempted murder in the first degree, with the alternative of first-degree assault. Another teenager was also arrested in relation to this crime, but is under the age of 18, so he's being handled by the juvenile court system. The 3 18-year-olds, Christopher Jamaica, Devin McEwen, and Caden Willoughby, all sat in front of a judge today via Zoom for their arraignment. According to court documents, the 3 teenagers attempted to rob a man in February before they got cold feet. They drove off and the victim followed, prompting Willoughby and the woman with them to fire shots at them from inside of the car. Court documents reveal McEwen as the driver. He was described as the ringleader of the group during their first appearance. He faces an additional charge for attempting to flee from police. All 3 teens are scheduled for trial on April 29th. We will continue to update you with any new information as soon as it becomes available. Reporting in studio, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thank you. Our team of weather experts are currently tracking isolated snow showers in our region, but they are not expected to last. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see where they're headed. You said they're pretty much tapering off by now, right?
They are almost completely tapered off, yes. And then we are going to enjoy more weather like this, our time lapse over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena from today. We did not get the snow in the afternoon here in downtown. In fact, just a little bit of cumulus buildup, and other than that, it is just a beautiful spring-like afternoon. But as Derek mentioned, we did see some snow showers, but watch how they fizzle out as our sun sets. We lose our daytime heating and the convection just comes to an almost immediate stop, but definitely a sign of spring, these polka dot showers, and they are done for the night and should be gone tomorrow. Our temperatures, meanwhile, with the clearing skies, the fresh snow cover in many locations, they are dropping very quickly, particularly through North Idaho and into the central panhandle. It's already 30 at St. Mary's, 31 in Coeur d'Alene, and 30 in Sandpoint. Down on the Palouse, only 31 in Moscow and Pullman, and 38 in Lewiston. Right around the Spokane area, we're in the 20s in Deer Park. We're going to see overnight lows tonight down in the teens and 20s. But it is going to be a beautiful start to the day. We could still see a few areas of patchy fog developing overnight. Otherwise, we are clear this evening with temperatures dropping into the mid-20s by 11 o'clock. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and let you know how long the sunshine is going to stick around in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The EPA wants to add a part of the Upper Columbia River to the national priorities list of hazardous waste sites in the U.S. That would make it eligible for cleanup finance under the federal Superfund program. The agency has determined soils contaminated with lead and arsenic pose an unacceptable risk to people and property, especially to children. The EPA says the primary source of contamination at the site is the Teck Metal Smelting Facility in Trail, British Columbia, just north of the border. The former Leroy smelter in Northport is another source of that contamination. Listing the site on the national priorities list allows the EPA to access Superfund dollars for cleanup activities, which can also help ensure more timely cleanup. A 60-day public comment period will follow the proposal submission this Friday. Still ahead here on 4 News Now at 6, officials are sounding the alarm over a new scam on Facebook. What signs to look out for?
Chocolate chip cookie important to me too.
And inflation has even hit Sesame Street, while Cookie Monster says he's fed up with the approach some companies are taking to lower their costs. And expanding health care for millions of veterans, will explain the new VA benefits that just went into effect today, next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Classic roast beef and crispy fish? Just 2 for $6? If Arby's wasn't already at Arby's, it'd be on its way to Arby's right now. Arby's, we have the meats.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Choosing countertops is one of the biggest decisions that you make during a kitchen remodel, and my husband and I thought that we would have to go to Seattle to find what we wanted. A friend recommended that we try Granite Concepts in Lewiston, and the people at Granite Concepts were amazing. They were friendly and straightforward and helped us find exactly the countertops that we wanted.
Granite Concepts, beauty set in stone.
Western Skies Construction, a local owned and operated company with 3 generations of experience. We're licensed, bonded, and insured, and we offer free estimates. Our team is committed to improving the life of your asphalt parking lots, roads, and driveways. Call us today at 509-315-7974. That's 509-315-7974.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now, when the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home, watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Hey Ben, the thermostat's acting up. You work for Bill's Heating and Air. You know how to fix this, right?
I just do their commercials.
Ben, the AC's broken. Come on, you work for Bill's. You must know something about this.
Bro, I'm just their spokesperson.
Dude, the furnace is so loud. You work for Bill's Heating. You can fix it, right?
You do know I'm a basketball player, right?
Bill's Heating and AC is offering financing as low as 0% for 5 years. Call today.
For all your heating and cooling needs, leave it to the real professionals at Bill's.
Arby's brown sugar bacon. You always know just what to say. Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome back. Major changes to the VA healthcare benefits are now in effect. They're meant to expand access to millions of veterans. CNN's Karen Caifa breaks down those changes.
This expansion of health care is part of the PACT Act, which was signed into law by President Biden in August of 2022. The PACT Act designed to help veterans struggling with a range of ailments from asthma to cancers as a result of exposure to toxins.
The Department of Veterans Affairs says millions of U.S. veterans are now eligible for VA health care earlier than anticipated.
This is the biggest expansion of VA care eligibility in generations.
It's covered by the PACT Act, which aims to expand VA benefits for service members exposed to burn pits, Agent Orange, radiation, and other toxic substances. Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America CEO Alison Jaslow, an Iraq War veteran, says the benefits are especially crucial to her generation of veterans when burning trash and other waste in burn pits was common practice.
In real time, we didn't know what kind of impact that would have, but I will say that most of us were thinking not necessarily cancer, but like, what is this doing to, like, if I'm breathing this in every single day?
When the PACT Act became law in August 2022, it laid out a plan to phase in eligibility for different groups of veterans until full implementation by 2032. But the VA accelerating that timeline, and all veterans exposed to toxins and other hazards while serving overseas or at home can apply for benefits now. Jaslow says getting more veterans into the VA system for proactive screenings and specialized care could save lives.
Maybe your doctor out in the civilian sector doesn't know to ask if you were even in the military, let alone exposed to toxins. And being in the care of VA practitioners is really a good thing for all generation of veterans.
The PACT Act also expanded VA benefits for surviving family members and dependents of veterans who died of related conditions. Family members can check their eligibility for possible payments and pensions at va.gov/PACT. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Well, today, 2 weeks after a cyber attack hit the nation's largest health insurer, crippling its digital network, experts say it appears United Health Group may have paid the hacker group $22 million in ransom.
The smoking gun, so to speak, was a publicly visible $22 million transaction on Bitcoin's blockchain.
United Health has not confirmed the payment, which has been reported by Reuters and Wired. Since the attack, thousands of mostly smaller pharmacies have been facing major disruptions in fulfilling prescription orders and verifying insurance coverage.
They're targeting the healthcare industry because they know that patients, they are especially vulnerable. These organizations are in a position where they cannot wait too long before they have to pay a ransom.
Paying the ransom might help the company get its operations up and running, but it could also be a dangerous precedent. One health analytical firm estimates the cyber attack has been costing healthcare providers more than $100 million per day.
Here's a look at your Wednesday forecast. Look for partly to mostly sunny skies, a cold start to the day, down in the 20s, high of 39, not quite average. 45 is our average high. We'll be back in that ballpark, but it's going to come along with some rain. I'll tell you about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
So what do you think about these? We like this.
Yeah, we love that.
When it's time for an update or a complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
Voted Best Singer, Best Show, Best Headliner.
And they called it Puppy Love.
Donny Osmond. August 11th, BECU Live at Northern Quest. Donny Osmond.
Never too late.
On sale Friday, March 8th, 10 a.m. at northernquest.com. Produced by Live Nation.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
All right, welcome back. Here is a live look at that beautiful sunset right now over downtown Spokane, and it's nice to still have some sunlight after 6 o'clock. You know what? In a few more days, we're going to have a whole lot of sunlight a little later into the day.
That's right.
Springing forward on Sunday, early Sunday morning. I think it's 2 a.m. Sunday morning.
Well, I'm supposed to know that.
One of the best days of the year, in my opinion.
Okay. If you would confirm, I will do the same because, yeah, that's kind of in my wheelhouse. I guess I was distracted by that beautiful sunset. 4 things to know about your weather. Clearing and cold tonight. We're going to have some sunshine for Wednesday, and then a warming trend in our forecast. We'll be up in the 40s, and then rain coming in for the weekend. You might get 1 less hour of that weekend. We're going to find out. Forecast radar right now going through the overnight. We are done with those hit and miss snow showers, at least in the valleys. Still the possibility of an isolated snow shower in the mountains. Here's 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. Partly sunny to start the day, but expect a lot of sunshine and just a really beautiful Wednesday. Still with a northwesterly flow, our temperatures will be running below average, especially tomorrow morning. The combination of the clear skies, very light winds, as well as some fresh snow cover in spots, especially in North Idaho. That is going to allow our temperatures to drop down into the teens in Winthrop, Colville, Bonners Ferry, and Sandpoint. 20s will be very common throughout the region, even Lewiston down below freezing tomorrow morning. Right around the Spokane area in the teens in Deer Park and Spirit Lake. Lower 20s through the rest of the I-90 corridor. High temperatures tomorrow will also be running below average despite the sunshine from pretty much start to finish. We'll be at 39 for a high in Spokane, 37 in Coeur d'Alene, 40 degrees in Pullman, and 47 in Lewiston. Here's a look at your planning forecast. We're going to keep that sunshine for Thursday, but also a very cold start to the day at 21 degrees. During the day on Friday, we're up to 46 with the clouds increasing late in the day. We have the possibility of a rain-snow mix on Saturday. With the timing, it's looking more likely that it is going to be rain coming in Saturday afternoon. Right now, that's what it looks like. We're going to stay with high temperatures up around average through the extended forecast with a chance of rain every day. Overnight lows will start to moderate as well. This is not the trend in the 8 to 14 day outlook. Here's that, March 13th through March 19th. We're in this medium color brown indicating below average precipitation for that time period. Not necessarily good news because March is a great month to really beef up our snowpack and at least a hint of above average temperatures, but we're in that light orange, just barely. So that may or may not pan out. In the meantime, I thought I would check in with our snowpack since it has been such a good week for mountain snow. I'll let you know the latest numbers coming up in the next half hour, Derek.
All right, see you in a bit, Chris. Thank you. Lawmakers are once again talking about shrinkflation, the practice where companies make the size of their products smaller without cutting prices. And it's all thanks to Cookie Monster, the popular Sesame Street character, sharing his frustrations online. One senator responding with, "Me too, Cookie Monster. People in my state of Ohio are fed up. They should get all the cookie they pay for." A report from Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey found the size of some Oreo cookies has decreased by 6% since 2019. A family size of Wheat Thins has dropped 12% in weight. And it's not just cookies or food. Some Charmin toilet paper rolls now have 20 fewer sheets. President Biden recently took aim at shrinkflation, calling it a ripoff.
Give me a break. The American public is tired of being played for suckers.
Last week, a bill was introduced on Capitol Hill that would give the FTC and state attorneys general authority to crack down on shrinkflation. Thanks for sticking up for us, Cookie Monster. Still ahead, the city of Spokane wants to attract more families to their street festivals. How beer gardens will be used to accomplish that goal, coming up here on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
This week on
Good Morning America,
Garth Brooks has something super special to share.
This is just too cool. I cannot wait to show you.
And he's sharing it with Robin and you.
Robin Roberts, me, and GMA. I'm so excited. Let's do this.
All aboard, sisters. The sequel to the smash hit Menopause the Musical is about to set sail. Cruising through the change is the can't-miss ultimate girls' night out. Menopause the Musical has been seen by more than 17 million fans worldwide. This hilarious sequel features parodies of your favorite hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Coming to Spokane on March 23rd for one performance at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
That was fun.
Yeah, but I can't find my phone.
Maybe try retracing your steps.
You know what this is? Hello?
Find your phone yet?
I'm still thinking.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Our kitchen used to look like this. So I went to the Par Design Center, where they helped me choose my cabinets, countertops, and hardware, and we love the results.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pet pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant, classic, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
Order the triple pep today.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
All right, welcome back. Meta platforms, including Facebook and Instagram, went down for thousands of people this morning. Some users found out they'd been logged out of their Facebook accounts, Instagram feeds weren't loading, and Threads and Facebook Messenger also went down. Meta attributed the outage to a technical issue, and the sites were back up and running by early this afternoon. Speaking of Meta, officials are now sounding the alarm on a new scam on Facebook that could put your personal information at risk. ABC's Becky Worley has the details.
Janice Swafford says she thought a friend sent her a news article on Facebook.
There was a message, oh no, I can't believe it, that he died or they died. And then there was a link that you clicked on. And of course, right away, my thought was, who died?
Reacting to the emotion the message evoked, she says she clicked on the link. But this one was fake.
Then all of a sudden, I started getting all kinds of Facebook messages on Messenger from my friends telling me I had been hacked.
She then received a Facebook message from an unknown person offering to secure her account for $100. But she quickly realized it was a scam. Called malicious tagging or provocative social media post scams, experts say this is becoming common, either sent through Facebook Messenger or posted on your wall, like this one reading, "Look who died in an accident."
With artificial intelligence, the ability to script the creation of these is the risk that's increasing right now.
And if you click on one of these malicious links,
that hacker now can see what you're doing on your computer. They'll basically it's called a back door because they're coming in and out the back door and they're watching what you're doing. They can now capture keystrokes as you log into your banking applications, as you log into your airline flights.
And experts say the scammers can also scan for websites that you frequent and have saved passwords. Luckily for Janice, she sensed something was off and didn't send the scammer money. But she says she learned a valuable lesson.
Do not click on a link you don't know because it can cause a lot of havoc.
Well, around the world this evening, take a look at this video. You can see the U.S. airdropping humanitarian aid into Gaza. Today's mission comes days after the United States airdropped more than 38,000 meals along the Gaza coastline. U.S. Central Command says the airdrops are part of a sustained effort to get more aid into Gaza that will include expanding aid deliveries over land. We have much more coming up tonight at 6:30, including the latest effort to ban TikTok in the U.S., a near-death experience for a Spokane Valley man, what saved his life, coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Some injury lawyers you see on TV aren't even from here. They could be in Texas, California,
or even worse, Florida.
Local representation matters.
Good luck getting attention from 1,000 miles away.
Call the advocates.
We're here for you, not way over there for you.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids.
Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Adventure awaits at Silver Mountain Resort this winter. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Family, friends, and smiles as big as the wide-open vistas. Relax in a beautiful condo just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our new covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Your winter adventure awaits at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Do you have property damage?
Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
If you have a vehicle you no longer need, you can give it new purpose through Union Gospel Mission. Simply go to ugmmotors.org or call 509-327-HELP to schedule a pickup. Your donation gives people like Tyler food, shelter, job training, and the opportunity for a whole new life. Be a driver of change. Donate your vehicle to Union Gospel Mission.
You know what I've learned from playing soccer? Play as a team, outwit your opponent, and never give up.
You know what I've learned from being a lawyer? Play as a team, outwit your opponent, never give up.
No wonder we work so well together.
Yeah.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, we are continuing to follow breaking news tonight. The latest results are in, and as of now, former President Donald Trump's lead over former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley only continues to grow, with the Associated Press are already calling these 11 states for former President Donald Trump, bringing him closer to securing the Republican nomination. We want to remind you that Trump needs to reach a total of 1,215 delegates to win the nomination. Heading into tonight's primary, Trump already had 273 of them, compared to Haley's 43. All right, we're going to send it now over to Chris Crocker with a look at your first alert forecast, Chris.
Well, it is a beautiful evening in progress. A live look now, looking to the west over the Spokane County Courthouse and the arena. We are seeing skies clearing across the region. 4 things to know about your weather. We're going to have some sun for Wednesday, a warming trend in your forecast with some rain coming in for the weekend, and set your clocks forward as you go to bed Saturday night or Sunday morning. Daylight saving time starts this weekend. Here's a look at our Doppler radar in motion over the past few hours, and we did find some isolated snow showers, a little bit of graupel around the region today. All of that is tapering off. You might encounter an isolated mountain snow shower overnight, but other than that, we are clearing and temperatures are dropping. We're already in the 20s in Sandpoint, 31 degrees in Coeur d'Alene and Pullman. It's 30 in Bonners Ferry, right around the Spokane area. We've dropped into the 20s in Deer Park. It's 35 in Spokane, 37 at the airport in Spokane. We'll be bottoming out in the teens and lower 20s around the region, with partly sunny to mostly sunny skies tomorrow. Should be a beautiful day. High of 39. 45 is our average high. There's warmer weather coming in the 7-day forecast, but wetter as well. I'll let you know what to expect in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. This Thursday, the U.S. Energy and Commerce Committee, led by Eastern Washington Representative Kathy McMorris Rodgers, will discuss 2 bills that could ban TikTok across the country. Over the last few years, state and federal lawmakers have expressed concerns over the popular video app due to its parent company ByteDance's connection to China. They believe ByteDance could share user data and location information with the Chinese government. McMorris Rodgers released a statement reading, "Applications controlled by foreign adversaries like TikTok are exploiting and weaponizing Americans' data and pose a clear national security threat to the United States." TikTok has repeatedly denied those allegations and has tried to distance itself from ByteDance. So far, at least 34 states, including Idaho, have banned the app on government devices. Colleges and universities like Boise State have even banned TikTok on their Wi-Fi networks. Last year, Montana passed a law that would have banned the app across the state, but a federal judge blocked the law before it went into effect. The judge writing that the ban likely violates the First Amendment. This was just a preliminary ruling, and a final determination will be made later this year. A Spokane Valley man survived a heart attack last month when paramedics were able to revive him and rush him to the hospital. When he showed up at the fire station to thank them, the paramedics thought they were seeing a ghost. Bronte Saratsky has the story.
Brad Holyoke suffered a heart attack that sent him face first into his bathtub.
I was dead. and they brought me back to life.
His wife found Brad unconscious and wasted no time calling 911. Fortunately for Brad, they only lived a few blocks away from Fire Station 10. When paramedics found him, he wasn't breathing. They were able to revive Brad and send him off to the hospital for treatment.
And that's something I won't forget.
Brad was so thankful, he decided to surprise the crew. That saved his life. It was a shock to them. They didn't know if he had survived.
Not normally having one of our patients come to our station and knock on our front door and say, hey, you guys saved my life.
They don't normally get this kind of closure from people they treat in the community.
See this gentleman, see Brad, see the smile in his eyes and say, hey, you gave me a second chance. It's pretty cool. It's a really good feeling.
Firefighters say Brad's wife's quick thinking saved his life. Calling 911 and knowing skills like CPR by critical minutes.
Want to get your patients or your family members start compressions.
Brad is lucky to be alive today, and thanks to his wife and Spokane Valley paramedics, has a new view on his life.
Could give you a second chance of life, and people gotta let them know that. They're special people.
And now if you need to brush up on your own CPR skills, the Spokane Valley Fire Department offers free classes for anyone in the community. Reporting in Spokane Valley, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
Well, new research out of the University of Washington School of Medicine now shows those diagnosed with colorectal cancer before the age of 50 has doubled in the last 3 decades. Experts now say the cancer is predicted to be the leading cause of cancer death for people under the age of 50 in a matter of 6 years. Now, here are the most obvious signs that should lead you to talk to your doctor.
If you have symptoms of colon cancer, including blood in your stool, weight loss, when you're not trying to lose weight, abdominal pain that you can't explain, do not ignore those symptoms.
Researchers say great ways to reduce the chances of colorectal cancer include regular exercise, staying away from processed foods, avoiding alcohol and smoking, keeping your gut healthy, and increasing your daily fiber intake. Spokane Festivals just got a whole lot more fun. The City Council has passed the Family-Friendly Festivals Ordinance, which will allow all-age beer gardens at street events. Prior to this ordinance, beer gardens at Spokane Valley Festivals only allowed people who were 21 and older. Now, you don't need to find a sitter just because you want to enjoy a cold beer at the city street event. Families can stick together, making events more like this more easily accessible for families with kids. Visit Spokane is a supporter of this bill and says this will benefit any event held in Riverfront Park.
Whenever we go to an event like Pig Out in the Park, we can't bring our kids in to have a drink, even though we'd like to have a drink. So now this will change the way we attend events with our kids. So we're looking forward to that, and that must be an economic boost in the future, I'm sure.
The Family-Friendly Festivals Ordinance will now go to Mayor Lisa Brown for her signature. It will go into effect 30 days later. Still ahead here, the Biden administration is cracking down on credit card fees. How much Americans will save with fees capped at just $8? Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Mississauga Casino Hotel is opening Friday, March 8th. Plus, our 4,000 square foot event center will be available for you to book your future meetings or events. Mississauga Casino Hotel.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How may I help you today?
I'm having some problem with my air conditioner.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What sort of problem?
Well, it's making a clingity, clangity, clunk. Sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. Here at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, we speak your language.
An average person will spend about 1/3 of their life at work. So instead of just finding a job, find a career you love. That's what we do. Lewis Clark State College's School of Career and Technical Education can help you reach your full potential in a career you're passionate about. Whether you're building websites in our web design program or rebuilding cars in collision repair, your career is waiting at LC State. Scholarships are available. Apply now.
Mississauga Casino Hotel is opening Friday, March 8th. Plus, our 4,000 square foot event center will be available for you to book your future meetings or events. Mississauga Casino Hotel.
Next ET, Erica Jane spills more Housewives reunion tea.
It's her life.
Plus, from Jurassic World to the horror world, the new genre opening doors for Dewan Dewan. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Over 66 million have watched Will Trent in action.
Get down!
It's an explosive sophomore season.
Whoever screwed up that hit, they'll try again. Guess you better stop them. Obviously.
New Will Trent, tonight on ABC.
Well, Apple has released its newest iPhone operating system, and that means a bunch of new emojis. They include heads nodding yes and no, a phoenix, I'm not sure why you'd need that one, a lime wedge, and a mushroom. There's also an emoji of a chain breaking. The new OS also automatically transcribes podcasts and highlights the text in sync with the audio. That's kind of cool. Huh. Apple updated its theft protection as well, making it more difficult for thieves to access stolen phones. Okay.
If you rise from the ashes.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Bad things happen. Here's a phoenix emoji to inspire you.
I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point.
Hopefully not, because you have to be in the ashes to rise from the ashes. So just stay a phoenix, Derek.
All right. I see you got a little snowpack action on here.
Yeah, and it's starting to rise from the ashes, because we are seeing some improvement. I'm going to drop the metaphors starting now and talk about the snowpack. Here is the snowpack around the region. I have a few selected basins as of today, and it's still not great, but boy, we've made up a lot of ground over the past couple of weeks with the heavy snow that we have had in the mountains, and there's more precipitation coming as we get into the weekend. But looking at our snowpack right now, the Spokane River Basin right now at 70% of average, and that is not the depth of the snow, but the water equivalent in the snow. The snow water equivalent at 70% of average. Pend Oreille River Basin, 75% of average. And the Upper Columbia, that's at 71%. The Clearwater Basin at 72%. As we get down into the lower Snake, it takes a pretty good jump up to 87%. But boy, crossing the Cascades, getting into the Cascades, that's when the numbers get fairly grim. It just has been so very dry. Of course, this is important moisture. This is the 401k. We get the showers through the spring is the paycheck, but this is what gets us through the dry season. Irrigation, recreation, and other things. If you would like to see a very in-depth and informative report on the importance of snowpack, how they test it, and where we are, Matt Gray has one on KXLY.com. Search that. It is worth your time. Here is a look at our temperature trend over the next 7 days. We do have some wet weather coming this weekend, but we're also going to see our temperatures back up in the 40s, so we may see more of a rain-snow mix in the mountains. Tomorrow, we're at 39. We're below average for the next couple of days, and then back up right around average through the 7-day forecast. Maybe a little bit of a dip on Tuesday, which looks to be one of the wetter days in the 7-day outlook. The trend toward below average temperatures kicks off March 13th and continues through March 19th. We're in this darker brown color. This is the 8 to 14-day outlook. above average precipitation further to the east, but we are nowhere near that. Meanwhile, temperatures for that time period, March 13th through the 19th, were just in that very, very light orange, indicating at least a trend toward above average temperatures, but not as certain as that below average precipitation reading. Here's a look at your planning forecast. We are going to be dry for the next 3 days, 39 Wednesday, below average, dropping down to 21 Thursday morning, a high of 40 on Thursday with mostly sunny skies. On Friday, we'll start to see the clouds increasing throughout the day with the chance of some wet weather on Saturday. Only a 40% chance. Looks like some light rain, possibly mixed with snow in the afternoon. And set your clocks forward as we get into Saturday night, Sunday morning. Daylight saving time begins with more rain coming on Sunday and Monday. There's that wet weather Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures, meanwhile, will be back up in the 30s starting Saturday night and continuing through the beginning of next week. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. Federal regulators took a step toward trashing junk fees, with President Biden announcing his administration is capping credit card late fees at $8. It comes at a time when so many families are facing credit card debt and struggling to pay off their balances. ABC's Rena Roy explains how much money this could save families.
If you're late to pay off your credit card, it will soon cost you less. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau slashing credit card late fees. The average fee right now is at $32, but this new rule would force banks and card issuers to cap late fees at $8. And that change will save American families up to $10 billion a year, according to the federal agency. That's an average of about $220 annually for the 45 million Americans who are currently paying their credit card bills after the due date.
Well, we estimate banks are generating 5 times more in late fees than it costs to collect late payments. They're padding their profit margins.
Credit card debt at an all-time high. The Federal Reserve says Americans owe more than $1 trillion on their credit cards, or an average of $6,000 per family. And the average annual percentage rate is above 20%, making getting out of debt more difficult. Banks and credit card companies are not in favor of the new rule. The Consumer Bankers Association arguing it could force them to raise interest rates for consumers, saying this final rule will benefit a small minority of frequent late payers by offsetting the costs of their late payments by increasing costs amongst the 74% of cardholders that pay their bills on time. This new rule is set to go into effect in mid-May. It applies to credit issuers with more than 1 million open accounts. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, some breaking news now. One of the people involved in a crash that's causing this backup on I-90 still is now in custody. Investigators say it was a 3-car hit-and-run incident. The driver in custody was later found in Airway Heights and is in custody for driving under the influence. Your chance to get free at-home COVID-19 tests ends this Friday when the federal government suspends the program again. It was relaunched in November for virus season, so households have been able to order the individual rapid antigen test. If you want free tests, you have to order them by the end of the day Friday. Just go to covidtest.gov. Well, Gonzaga will have some extra motivation to win the WCC tournament.
Yeah, how the Bulldogs got snubbed from the conference awards today, and it's got fans in a frenzy, including former Gonzaga star Drew Timme. That's next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Law Tigers present the 19th Annual Spokane Motorcycle Show March 8th through 10th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Seattle Cossack Stunt Show, Swap Meet, Budweiser Biker Bar, Law Tigers Great Gas giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show March 8th through 10th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. 38 specials, timeless blast of Southern rock hits. Live Thursday, April 18th. Damn straight. Don't miss Scotty McCreery, one of country music's biggest stars, live Thursday, May 2nd. It's No Holds Barred Entertainment at King of the Cage, featuring upcoming MMA stars on Thursday, June 13th. Visit CDACasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Lucky you. Ironstone Furniture and Fire has everything you need to furnish your home, including custom made and one-of-a-kind furniture. Now on sale. Visit our family-owned furniture store today. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bath Fitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bath Fitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
What's better than the perfect cut of meat for a tasty meal? That's easy. The perfect cut of meat on sale.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only with great savings on USDA Choice Angus Beef New York Steak, $7.98 a pound. Boneless pork loin roast, $1.98 a pound. And visit your Super One Foods meat department for even more great savings in store.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only. The savings are sizzling.
Law Tigers present the 19th Annual Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 8th through 10th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Seattle Cossack Stunt Show, Swap Meet, Budweiser Biker Bar, Law Tigers Great Gas giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 8th through 10th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Welcome back. Gonzaga will have a chip on its shoulder when the WCC tournament begins. The Zags were shut out from individual conference awards. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us in studio now. And Julian, what was the biggest surprise when these awards were announced?
Well, the biggest snub of them all was probably Graham Ike. After the win over St. Mary's on Saturday, the Bulldogs thought Ike would for sure win the WCC Player of the Year. But the group of coaches who voted felt differently. That award went to Augustus Marcelonis of St. Mary's. Now, Marcelonis led the Gales to a regular season conference title, but maybe the biggest surprise, Ike did not even win Newcomer of the Year despite averaging 23 points over the last 7 games for Gonzaga. San Francisco's Jonathan Mogbo won that honor. Not to mention Zags forward Anton Watson did not win Defensive Player of the Year after finishing second in the conference in steals. Former Gonzaga star Drew Timme was vocal about the lack of awards for Gonzaga, saying, "What is going on in the WCC? It's the first time since the 2013-14 season that the Zags did not win any individual conference awards." The Bulldogs had 3 players make the all-conference first team, Ike, Watson, and Ryan Nembhard. Nolan Hickman was named to the all-WCC second team, and Braden Huff was named to the all-WCC freshman team. The Gonzaga women took home most of the conference awards. Forward Yvonne Ejim, who won the Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, led the honors. Ejim led the conference in 20 points per game scoring and had double-digit figures for 25 straight games dating back to last season, making her the obvious choice to win the honor.
Just a little bit of a dream for sure. I saw the awards and I think I told my mom, I was just like, I'm so proud of my team. Like, I think we've done an amazing job this year, and I think that we're still going to continue doing amazing things as well.
Maud Hivens won the 6th Woman of the Year, and Coach Lisa Fortier won the Coach of the Year. Along with Ejim, guards Brenna Maxwell and Kaylin and Kaylee Trong were named to the all-conference first team. Forward Eliza Hollingsworth was named to the all-conference second team. Now, the only award Washington State is hoping to win is the Pac-12 Championship Trophy. The Cougars begin their run at a second straight conference tournament title this week, and they need it more than ever. According to ESPN, the Cougar women are one of the last 4 teams projected to make the NCAA tournament. A good showing in Las Vegas could secure them a spot in the big dance. Washington State is the 9 seed and will open against 8-seeded Cal at 2:30 tomorrow. The winner of that game gets top seed Stanford in the quarterfinals. And the Washington State men's basketball team will continue its historic season against rival Washington on Thursday. The Cougars are projected to make the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2008, making Kyle Smith the frontrunner for Pac-12 Coach of the Year. Smith will most likely get interest from other schools in the offseason, but says WSU has made it clear they want him to stay. Smith says he's putting all contract negotiations on hold until after the season.
They want me here, and that's awesome. It's a great feeling, comforting, and that's been from day one. After my first year, they extended me, and that was pretty. And that's always been like, we'd love to have you here. What you about? So that's great.
Smith's current contract runs through 2027. Tip-off against the Huskies is at 6 o'clock on Thursday.
Julian, thank you. Around the nation, the father of a student behind a deadly school shooting is on trial today in Michigan. Jury selection beginning just weeks after his wife was convicted. It's the first time in the U.S. that a parent was held criminally responsible for a school shooting carried out by their child. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Jury selection underway in the trial of James Crumbley, the father of school shooter Ethan Crumbley, who killed 4 of his classmates at Oxford High School back in 2021.
You understand that you are charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter?
Yes.
James Crumbley and his wife Jennifer accused of buying the gun used in the shooting, failing to secure it, and ignoring red flags concerning Ethan's mental health. James pleading not guilty. Jennifer convicted on the same charges last month.
We find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Becoming the first parent in U.S. history to be held criminally responsible in their child's attack at a school. During her trial, Jennifer Crumbley testified that James was responsible for the gun that was used by Ethan in the shooting.
I just didn't feel comfortable being in charge of that. It was more his thing.
It's not clear if James Crumbley will also take the stand in his own defense. His attorneys tried to get the trial moved, arguing the pretrial media attention would make it difficult to find an impartial jury, but that request was denied. A judge also decided to allow Ethan Crumbley's journals and text messages to be included. Nicole Beausoleil's daughter was killed in the shooting and says she doesn't understand why Ethan's parents didn't do more to prevent this tragedy.
The stuff that he was doing and saying and writing and showing and watching is not just a kid going through a hard time.
A student injured in the shooting is expected to testify at James Crumbley's trial. Jennifer Crumbley is expected to be sentenced next month. She faces up to 15 years in prison. Their son pleaded guilty and is serving life in prison. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Identical twin switcheroo? Next, Inside Edition. The twins accused of switching places after a fatal car crash that killed 2 children riding in a horse and buggy. Who was really behind the wheel?
It's protection. They want to protect their twin.
Then, the mom who says she was falsely accused of child trafficking.
Is this your child?
That's her kid. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids. Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Grow your love for the outdoors at the 62nd Annual Bighorn Show, March 14th to 17th at the Spokane County Fairgrounds, presented by Lithia Motors. There's something for everyone in the family at the Bighorn Show. Visit and shop hundreds of vendors and exhibitors. Check out the Trophy Territory Annual Exhibition. Go fishing with the kids at Les Schwab Fishing World. Enjoy live music. You will find it all at this year's Bighorn Show. This event is produced by Inland Northwest Wildlife Council. Big thanks to Brett's RV and Marine, Les Schwab, and many more. Get your tickets and more details at bighornshow.com.
We're the advocates.
And we go to court.
The insurance companies take us seriously.
Because we go to court.
And if they don't offer you a settlement you deserve, they know.
We'll go to court.
So if you or a loved one are seriously injured in a crash,
call us.
Oh, I thought for sure he was going to say.
We go to court.
There it is.
We're the advocates. And we go to court. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
We're not done with the sunshine. We have got more in the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, most of Friday. It's going to be crisp in the mornings. Those of us on the evening shift don't have to worry about teens and 20s, but yeah, you probably do, taking the kids to school, actually.
Yeah, it's nice to, you know, just have the option of being able to wear your sunglasses a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad. We'll see you at 11.